Good day to you, Gary here at Final Kick. Top 10 British bands, my favourite top 10 British bands as originally done by Rob Walker. My goodness, that isn't easy, choosing your top 10 bands. Took me a good few days to get this right. However, I have made a list and I have checked it twice. So, without further ado, Vinyl Kicks. Top 10 British bands. Here we fucking go. And at number 10, Blitz. 1982. Absolutely excellent. For me, best Oi album ever. Second wave punk, skinhead, Oi, call it whatever you want. But this really was a groundbreaker for me. What a tremendous album. And at number 10, Blitz. Voice of a Generation. This is a voice of a generation of unemployment and aggravation. These words are very true today, never mind in 1982. Blitz, number 10. Number 9, staying with the second wave punk theme, Anti-Nowhere League, We Are the League. Now this album again, when I heard this I was absolutely blown away by it. Absolute tremendous album. This is a reissue, this was a German reissue in black vinyl. Sometime in the early 2000s, I think. But what an absolute, 2000 I think it was, it came out. What an absolute brilliant album. I did have the original copy, I don't now, but I've got this one, which is equally as good. But again, We Are the League, Animal, PJ, Winston and Magoo, the original lineup, their first album, its first punk album goes, it's pretty special. The Anti-Nowhere League, great tracks on it. We Are the League, Nowhere Man, Let's Break the Law. Great track, I Will Not Remember You. They're all just classic Anti-Nowhere League tracks. Still going strong to this day, the League. Still performing. I think Animal now is only original member. I think the rest of them. Winston did go back and play bass for a bit, but I believe he's chucked it again. But the League are still going. And at number 9, Anti-Nowhere League, We Are the League. What an album that is. Pure punk rock. Have a listen. Totally change a track here, and I don't have any vinyl of this band, and I don't particularly like showing CDs. I've got a load of them, thousands of CDs. Anyway, totally different. Beautiful South and their 1990 Choke album. Not that I would probably say this, I don't know if this is my favourite Beautiful South album, but it's the first one I came across when I was going through my CDs, so that's why I pulled it out. For me, the Beautiful South, the Housemartins, Paul Heaton, his voice is absolutely amazing. Lyrically, he's absolutely bang on. I love his lyrics. He's I like how he can politicalise songs, but doesn't make it seem as if he's standing in a soapbox. I think he's an absolute. I've seen him live a few times. I've seen the Housemartins, the Beautiful South, Paul Heaton himself. Absolutely fantastic. Very different from the first two records. Obviously, a total change of track, but absolutely, what a great album. A great band and a great album. They've put loads of great albums out. And at number 8, The Beautiful South. 7, Arab Strap. Now, this is the only Arab Strap I've got, apart from 7-inch singles. This is the only one I have in vinyl. And it's As Days Gets Dark. It was the last album from I think it came out in 2021. Anybody doesn't know Arab Strap. It's basically Aidan Moffat and Malcolm Middleton, two guys for the West Coast, well, I think for the Falkirk area actually, in Scotland. But this, I mean, I've got loads of other stuff, and this, for me, it's the latest album, and apart from maybe their first album, this is an absolute cracker. I absolutely love this album. There's not a bad song on it. If you were to listen to it, it's unbelievable. The Turning of the Bones, which was the 7-inch single, Kababylon, is a great song as well. And Sleeper, again, it's full of great tracks. Musically, Middleton's musical score for this album is fantastic, but Aidan Moffat's vocal and lyrics, really something that you really should, if you have never checked out Arab Strap, give them a shout. Great album. In there at number 7. Number 6, getting back a bit again, The Monochrome Set. Seen them live loads, got loads of their albums, loads of their vinyl, they never disappoint. Original members, Bid's still there, as is Andy Warren, 2 original members. Other than that, they've got, I think they changed the drummer quite recently, and they've got a keyboard. The keyboard player changed as well, I am sure. But still a couple of original guys going. I saw them just before Glasgow shut down for the pandemic in 2019. They played Mono on Monorail Records. They played in there. Great gig, absolutely brilliant. Never fail to disappoint the Monochrome set. This is a compilation of the latest, the sort of earlier stuff. This I just thought we'd show this. It's a wee bit different because I love the cover, the black and blue cover. But Monochrome set. There we go. 10, 9, 10, 9, 8, 7, and at number 6. I'm losing count. It's that exciting. This number 5, Bauhaus. Now it's going to be mid-80s for maybe about 2 years solid. I did nothing but listen to Bauhaus. They were my go-to band for a good couple of years. Absolutely loved them. Heard this, I pulled this out specifically, Bela Lugosi, because I remember hearing it on the radio, and I could never quite grasp, or I never quite picked up who the band was. I'd heard it 2 or 3 times and never managed to pick up who the band was. Back in the day, they used to, at late night radio, the DJ would play 3 or 4 songs in a row, and he would admit to tell you who the artists were. But this is an absolute, to me, this is my favourite Bauhaus song. I love Bauhaus, still love this. Pete Murphy's solo stuff's great, as well as the Love and Rockets stuff, which I know a couple of the guys done. But this is every time I hear this song, it brings back some great memories. So there we go. In at number 6. Is it number 6? I think it is. It's Bauhaus. I've got a wee list here. I'll just in at number 5, sorry. Straight in at number 5, new entry, Bauhaus. Bela Lugosi's dead, and Bela Lugosi is dead, died ages ago. Right, here we go now. Number 4, boom, Big Audio Dynamite. And their first album, this is Big Audio Dynamite. There's not a bad track in this album. Mick Jones, Don Letts, my goodness. Pick a song, Sony equals MC Squared, Medicine Show, Stone Tape, brilliant, absolutely brilliant album. This came out round about the same time as it went head to head with the last Clash album, Cut the Crap. This blew it away, absolutely blew it away, and I'm a massive Clash fan. Great album, Big Audio Dynamite, straight in at number 4, hot off the shelf. This is Big Audio Dynamite. If you haven't listened to it, give it a go, man. Number 3, The Ruts. First album, The Crack, 1979. The original lineup of Paul Fox, Segs, Malcolm Owen, and the boy Duffy. Dave Ruffy. No more than left. Obviously, Malcolm Owen died young, unfortunately. This was their only full studio album. They done Grin and Bear It, which was a mixture of different things, and it came out after Malcolm's death. Still a very good album. Then the Ruts went on to form Ruts DC, which was Fox and Ruffy. I think Segs chucked it. He might have died as well. I don't know if the guy's still living or not, but this was an amazing, what a debut punk album. Up there with the Clash, his first album. Had Malcolm Owen unfortunately not passed away, and the Ruts had kept going and had produced more albums like this and incorporated more reggae into their songs or whatever, they would have gave the Clash a run for their money. A great, absolute brilliant album. I've never done. I've got everything. I think I've got everything they put out in vinyl, studio wise, and I've got a couple of other things as well. And I've got some Ruts DC stuff as well, which is very good. But number 3, and it was tight. The places 2 and 3 were very, very tight for me. You couldn't get a fag paper between them. But I went with the Ruts at number 3, so I did. Number 2, the runner-up. Hits the post, bounces back out, hits the post again. The one and only Half Man, Half Biscuit, the world's finest. Come on, Tranmere. McIntyre, Treadmore and Davitt. What a great, and this is, I picked this one specifically because this is my favourite Biscuits album. I've seen them live many a time. What a show they put on. Absolutely fantastic. And their songs, if you've never listened to them, their songs are absolutely nuts. The first song, side A, An Outbreak of Vitas Gerulaitis, and Vitas Gerulaitis was a tennis player, Christian rock concert, Prague Veg at the Meltweg, which is a great, if you understand, the Meltweg is a exhibition centre in Holland, and it basically means the milk hall, just where they used to store all the turned it into a cultural arts centre. And Prague Vec were a post-punk band that were supposed to be the next best thing. They put out one EP and disappeared really quickly. But I think of Prague Vec or Chocolate, they would hate themselves. So it's typically the Biscuits or a Nigel's lyrics taking the piss. Absolute fantastic, the Biscuits. So I've got loads of their stuff. I've got some of their stuff in vinyl, it's very hard to come across. I've got some of their stuff in CD. I've seen them live and I absolutely adore them. So, and I think they're due to play up here soon, so I will be at that. Number 2, the Biscuits. Top of the charts, and this will come to absolute no surprise to anybody that's watched my last 2 videos. The Clash. The only band that matters, enough said. So, there we have it. Vinyl Kicks Top 10. Favourite British bands. Now remember, we're Roger Tamson's Bairns. Stay free.